Hey, this is Sugar Hill. You're watching Lights Out.
This is Faisal for Lights Out, proudly sponsored by Spartans Law. With me. It is, yes. I've reached out to you on social media. What was it, last week?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, you did say yeah to the interview.
I did.
And I did say we'll arrange.
Come to my gym.
I'm still going to come, but you're here as well, so I'll get one interview in, and then next week we'll do the interview. You all right with that?
Yes, lovely.
Okay, Roseanna Cox, how you doing?
I'm really good, thank you.
Good to hear. Pro debut out the way, stunning knockout, social media following growing, doing lots of interviews, heading in the right direction. How are you sort of taking to life at the moment right now?
I feel like I've been waiting for this for so long. Like, I've honestly been like manifesting it since 2018, and this is kind of where I expected to be all that time ago. So it's like, yeah, it's like, it's surreal because I didn't know if it would happen, but at the same time it was like, yeah, I'm finally here.
I overheard you in your last interview that it was an injury that sort of stopped your pro debut back in 2018. Just talk to me about that experience, and was there at any point, did you ever consider maybe sort of walking away from the sport?
I mean, with the first result that came back, obviously it was scary. I didn't understand, and then I went for another scan, and then it came back clear. So, I mean, since sort of 2019, no, basically no.
There's been a lot of patience with you, and I know you've got an MMA background as well. So it's exciting to see that you can mix it up in the octagon, and you also can mix it up in the boxing ring. So just talk to me about what the plans is. What are the overall plans? I mean, are you going to go forward with your boxing career, or are you going to look to sort of maybe, keep your options open with MMA and boxing?
I mean, I fell into MMA. I was unable to box, and I love fighting. Like, I feel like fighting's just everything to me, and not in a sense of like I just love violence. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not someone that I never had street fights or fought at school. Like, do you know what I mean? But like combat sport, I just love it. And when I couldn't fight, when I couldn't box, and I found MMA and London Shoot Fighters, that was just like happiness. Do you know what I mean? It was like a happiness for me. And then lockdown, and I trained through lockdown, and to be able to just fight again, thinking that I would never be able to fight, was incredible. Do you know what I mean? To get in the octagon and do that, something I never thought that I would do. But I think honestly it helped my boxing a lot. Like, Alexis at Shoot Fighters is also an amazing boxing coach. Do you know what I mean? He was working with Crews-Dezurn, and he actually taught me, I feel like a lot of understanding that I have in my boxing now, I learnt in the MMA gym, strangely. Yeah, so long story short, MMA's not my sport. MMA's not my sport. I think that, yeah, I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that I had that fight, but definitely moving forward is boxing.
Listen, at least you can say you've given it a try. You've sort of had a feel of what the MMA world is like. It's a brutal sport, no doubt about that. But yeah, I was viewing your social media the other day, and I noticed you posted the 1-0 sign with BoxRec, and you said ranked number 14 in the world. I read in between the lines, that gives me a sort of indication that you don't want to wait around. You want titles. You want to push yourself as far as you can. But it is a sport where patience and timing is required. So talk to me, next 18 months, where do you want to see yourself in 18 months' time?
18 months? I want to fight as much as possible. I mean, obviously, 14th in the world is shocking after one fight. Do you know what I mean? You look at the men, after one fight, there might be like 1,000 and something in the world. So it's just crazy, like, for women, how quickly you can progress. I'm not in a rush. I just want to get as much experience as possible. I had a very different boxing style, and then I went to MMA, and it was very bouncy, hands down. Do you know what I mean? So I'm still working with my coach, Sam Mullins. I'm still working with him to get my old boxing style back. So I think I don't think I would be smart to try and rush until I'm back where I was. Do you know what I mean?
The bar in women's boxing just keeps on getting higher and higher and higher. Katie Taylor's done great things. Clarissa Shields is probably now considered as the greatest female fighter of all time. Savannah Marshall has the opportunity to become an undisputed world champion. Chantel Cameron's doing good things. Emily Bridges has got everybody, indulged into her. So how do you live up to the expectation, and how are you going to set the standards differently to those fighters?
Do you know what? I keep saying, like, I'm just in my own lane. I haven't been watching. I didn't, until 4 months ago, I didn't even think that I was going to be a professional boxer. Do you know what I mean? I'm not out here studying what these girls are doing. I was due to turn pro in 2018, like before a lot of this. Do you know what I mean? Before a lot of this noise was happening around women's boxing, and I've always had my plan. I've always had my, my style, how I am, and I think if I keep doing what I'm doing, you will know me as one of those names up there.
Okay, Roseanne, before I let you go, where can the viewers find you on social media? We'll be sure to share some links in our description. But yeah, tell the viewers your Instagram, Twitter, and where they can follow you, support you, and what we can do to help.
Just Roseanna_Cox.
Okay, Roseanna, pleasure. Thank you very much for your time. And we'll see you in a few weeks down your gym.
Thank you. Just get a picture.